Hey guys, make sure you like, share and subscribe and hit all the notifications so you're the first to get MD Global Muscle and all the exclusive content on muscular development. And we are in. And welcome back to MD Global Muscle here at the Rise Media Studio with me, your host Giles Thomas. And we're joined all the way from, I'm not sure whether it's Russia or Egypt, Mokhamed Elemam.
Hello. Thank you so much.
It's funny, Mokhamed, you look so serious sometimes, and then this big smile breaks out, And Mokhamed comes to the surface.
The big guy is always scary.
So,
if they are not smile.
Yes. So where are you then? Are you back home in Russia or are you still in Egypt?
No, I'm home in Egypt.
Home in Egypt? No, because you're from Russia. So where are you? You got two homes.
Yeah. I have in Egypt here my mother and two brothers.
Cool. So how long are you staying in Egypt for then?
I changed my ticket. I have to come back to Russia on 5 July this month, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
July now, yes. So I changed it to 9.
Okay.
9. Because in Russia now everything is closed because of COVID.
Still?
No, we have 10 days now closed in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
From 28 until 7.
Mm-hmm.
It's closed, 10 days closed, nobody work, nothing, only pharmacy and the supermarkets, that's all.
Okay.
So I decided it doesn't come back to Russia now. I changed my ticket and I will stay in Egypt until 9 this month.
So, Mokhamed, you just competed in the first KO Squad Egypt Pro yesterday. How did it go? What was it like?
Wow, it's everything, when competing your motherland and your home, it was fantastic. Really, too much fans.
Too much.
Yeah, too much fans, too much people was in competition. Really too much people. And you go on the stage and, full with emotions. And you stay in the stage more trust for yourself than other stage because you're in home between your family, your friends, your brothers, your people, and people was waiting for you, won't see you, not in a photo or video because when you see bodybuilder front of you in the stage, it's not like when you see him in photo or video.
Yeah.
There's really big difference. Really.
So how much of your friends and family were there? I mean, what was that like?
Yeah. With me was 10 person. With my T-shirt, with my photo in the T-shirt.
Lovely.
They made special T-shirt and bought my photo.
Yeah.
The T-shirt, that was my family, from my family, 10 person.
Wonderful.
And there was too much fans that they was waiting for me. Also, they was there and watch the competition. All of them after competition, they came to me and take with me photo. It was a very good day. It was fantastic. Every stage was very nice. Very nice stage, very good.
Yeah.
Everything was okay.
I watched the live stream on Facebook, which I've never seen before, and the staging, the lighting, the backdrop, it just looked absolutely incredible. That is Islam Kortam. Can you tell us about him?
Islam Kurtaj?
Yeah, could you tell us a little bit about him? Because he's a new promoter and he looks very good.
I didn't. I met him before competition, but after competition, I can't meet him. But I want to say thank you so much for Mr. Islam Kurtam that he bring for us Mr. Olympia in Egypt, Pro Tourneur in Egypt, and not only one category, it's physique, classic physique, 212, open bodybuilding, 4 category, pro in Egypt the first time. stage like this, a competition like this, in Hotel 5 Stars. I would like to thank him so much because he's really do something very useful for Egyptian athletes, something very important for all Egyptian and Arabic athletes that they can't get visa to America and to Europe. At the same time, he tried to do his best. He tried to make this good and nice. And what we saw yesterday, I think everything was okay. Yeah, except small things, of course. It's not about him. Some small things, but for me, everything it was okay.
Good.
Everything it was okay. Everything it was easy. I don't feel any stress or something like this.
Yeah.
Or any difficult.
I read on Hassan Mustafa's Instagram, and he was saying this was a big deal because bringing bodybuilding to Egypt in the pro. He says it was something about the government hadn't allowed. I was trying to read the translation, and it kind of read as this is a big deal to have pro bodybuilding in Egypt because something about the president or something was not allowing it before. Can you elaborate on that?
It's IFPB, bro. IFPB. I'm sorry, IFPB.
The other one.
Federation.
Yeah.
IFPB Federation. Egyptian Federation. IFPB. They go to judge in Egypt and they asked about don't make this competition in Egypt.
Oh.
And they got from judge document that it's not allowed to make this competition in Egypt. Oh. So they had a lawyer and they go to judge and document and some. For us, that was very strange. Really, I can't believe that can happen because. In Spain, Santoja, the president of IFPB, he doesn't done it in Spain. And Egypt, IFPB president, he used lawyer and go to judge and they got some document that it's not allowed to make a competition like this in Egypt. I really was wonder, but I told the guys, that's shit. No, nobody can say no for sport competition, especially in Egypt. When you come to your country, too much people from too much different countries. It's tourism. It's like a tourism. It's something useful for Egypt, for country.
Yeah.
Not only for sport, not only for athletes, because all these guys as they came to Egypt, they will show Egypt, of course. I think all of them will go to visit pyramids for sure.
Yeah.
Because they are, of course, they are in Cairo, and I think all of them will go to visit pyramids, and that's good. It's good for tourism and for Egypt and for country, And I told them, don't worry, and they made it competition.
Yeah,
they made competition.
He did it.
Things okay.
I think that's what that's what we call in dirty tricks when they try to stop events happening because it's it's a different side of the bodybuilding thing. So I'm glad it went ahead.
I really don't understand why this going, because give every athlete compete will he want.
Yeah.
I don't so. I really don't understand. I think IFPB, they are stupid because you lose too much athletes.
Yeah.
If you let these athletes compete, especially amateur. So but now you say if you compete in NBC, don't come to me. So you lose these people.
Yeah.
When you lose these athletes, you lose the money. I really don't understand them.
Well, going on with this show, I think it's good. Given what Egyptian bodybuilding has done in the last few years, I think it's really good that you now have your own pro show. You know, I mean, look what Rami, you, Ahmed, Hassan, Mohamed Shaban, you guys have really exploded onto the scene. You've got the two-time Mr. Olympia, and now Egypt has its own pro event. I think it's very, very good, and I'm very, very, very happy about this.
Yeah, we accept me and Hassan and Shaban and Wardani. We have other athletes, many athletes. They're really very strong. But they doesn't have chance to get visa and compete in other countries.
Yeah.
And I think this guy, like yesterday, guy number 5, Mokhamed Dauda.
Yes.
He's very good. He need a time and time and the size, and he will he can be with us in America and everywhere and be in the top, because he have a nice, very nice, beautiful midsection, small waist. He have good quads, you know. I think if he work about his back and his glutes and the hamstring, I think more size, and he will be with us in the top every competition in America or in Europe. Also with those guys, his name Khalid Aouni. He also was in the top 10. He is tall guys. Also, he needs only size. You know, he has small waist, good abs, good condition, really beautiful muscles. Only need size, and everything will be okay.
Is that the guy in the second call-out with the really wide shoulders?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, I could see when he fills his frame out, he's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, he needs just more size, and I think he will be dangerous.
Okay, before we come back to the KO Squad show, I want to say fantastic job what you did at the Arnold Classic, by the way. I think I've really looked at the photos and the videos since. I know I interviewed you the day after, but I tell you what, I was so happy with what you and Milos brought to the Arnold Classic. Fantastic job, mate.
Yeah, Arnold Classic really was fantastic job. I was in a good shape, nice size, everything was okay. Yesterday, I really don't know. I was good or it was bad, or I don't understand myself yesterday, because before competition I had some problems. I can't sleep good, and I can't have time to sleep, and I was very tired, and I was feel bad before a competition. So I wasn't in my mood, you know.
Yeah.
I was feel that I'm very lean, have no energy, because I can't sleep before a competition.
Mokhamed, your first show is your first.
When you go to your mother home, and especially in Arabic countries, family in Arabic countries, it's a big family. Family, it's mean all your mother's brothers and father's brothers and his sons and his, all these people always come to you. So I come to home here 3 days or 4 days before a competition. You know, I prepare all my food by myself, and every 1 hour I think so somebody come to me, and I can't say that I can't sit with you. So that's take from me too much energy. And I can't sleep too good. And I went to competition only in the registration. So 1 day before a competition, until we make a registration and we take numbers and go to a hotel and eat my meals. So I had only about 1-2 hours to sleep. That's all.
Oh God, Mokhamed, you've been competing since the Indy Pro, which was the first Open Pro show of the year. You've done all these events. You've been away from home for so long. I think you need to shut it down, mate. And I think you need some rest, and I think you need to regroup, because what you've done this year is absolutely incredible. But I think you've earned a rest, mate. I really think you have.
You know, it's about eight competition in 1 year.
Traveling.
Look, I was competing in Romania last year,
Yeah.
I think in October, on last of October, was Romania. Then I compete in Mayo, India, bro.
Yep.
New York, bro. California, bro. Then Tampa, bro. Then Texas, bro. Then Arnold the Classic. Then Cobro. 8 competition in 1 year.
That's almost like Milos numbers.
Yeah, Milos yesterday sent to me after competition. Where is the next competition?
Oh no, Milos, give this guy a break, please. You know.
No way.
No. Go eat some nice food, spend some time with your family, and you need to relax because what you've done this year is absolutely incredible.
I need to relax 1 month, 2 months. Then I start work about size, work about midsections, glutes, hamstring, So I have to make something new about, especially my midsection. I have a problem here in my stomach, and I will go to doctor and I will see how can I fix this, because I don't want to make operation, But because operation, it will be very bad.
Hang on a minute. I've seen it distended at some shows, and then other shows it's not. So there's something going on from show to show, in part your carb up or something. Because I know at the Arnold Classic, your midsection was very, very nice and tight. In Texas it wasn't good. One show it is. Indy it was good. So it's not like it's a permanent problem. It's something you're doing in your carb up preparation. I'm sure Milos is on the case. But
you see, I agree with you. Really, 100%. I told my trainer Milos, too much carb doesn't work with me.
Yeah,
it's make my stomach big, and I can't control my stomach. But when he was with me in Arnold the Classic, and he was showing me by eyes, in our rooms, he told me, stop carb, you are full, you have a size, everything.
There you go.
No more carb. And we make low carb before competition.
Mm-hmm.
So I go with nice midsection control, everything goes okay.
There you go.
But this time he wasn't with me. I sent for him video and the photo, and I tried to talk to him and say that that's too much carb for me, it doesn't work. But he told me that you are a big guy, you need it, don't worry. That's not too much carb for you, it's less. But I think I need to, for example, 1 day, 2 days before competition, 0 carb,
Yeah, load yourself up and then because I like how you looked at the Indy and the Arnold Classic was perfect look, perfect condition, separation, quality. I think that for me was your 2 best looks.
Because before India, bro, I compete, for example, Saturday in India, bro.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was 0 carb.
There you go.
Then only Thursday, Friday, I go up with carb 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And when I go up with carb, I eat clean carb.
Yeah.
The difficult one, not the easy one carb. The carb that will take time until he, go in your stomach and your blood and all this. So I don't eat fast carb.
Yeah. No, well, there you go. Yeah, I think that's what you need to. That's what you can take away from this season. Because the good thing is when you do multiple shows, you can learn what works from show to show.
Yeah. But it's very important. I saw that very important when coach with you, see you by eyes, not a video, not a photo. Video, photo doesn't show reality.
Yeah.
When Milos was with me in Arnold, he saw by my eyes, so he say stop carb, we make a list. But now he saw the video and say, no, we need a carb. I tried to told him that a video doesn't show the reality. I assist from a carb. If I eat too much carb, I can't make control about my stomach.
Yep.
You know, and I feel that there's too much gas in my stomach. So I really make high carb before competition. That does work with me.
Mokhamed,
I don't need it.
Do me a favor and don't even set foot in a gym for the next few weeks. I think you really need a good, like, no training, no nothing. I think you really need to regroup now.
Yeah, I go to gym today only to eat with my friends.
Oh, that's that. Mokhamed, we'll allow that. I'll speak to Milos. We'll get that okayed.
Yeah, I will just make party. I will not work out, you know.
Good man. You need to, because I tell you what, you, like I said, it's amazing what you've done this year, but I think you've earned a rest, mate. So we saw Ramy at the show. That was good to see.
Yeah. Ramy?
We saw Ramy at the show. That was fantastic to see. It was really,
I saw Ramy. Ramy is very nice guy, very, very kind guy, very... he's fantastic. Really fantastic guy, you know.
Yeah.
Really fantastic.
Well, like we said at the beginning of the year, Egyptian bodybuilding.
He's very, very big. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Newsflash.
Man, he's huge.
Is he?
I wasn't see athlete in my life like this. He's really a mountain, you know. he's really... force pyramids for Egypt.
The thing is, he doesn't move slowly. He's quite agile. I've been around him, and he looks light. You know?
Yeah, he really light and move and fast. He doesn't walk slowly. For example, Hassan Mustafa very slowly. You know, Ramy it's 2 times bigger than Hassan Mustafa, but he very easy moved, you know.
Yeah.
I was wondering. That's second time I meet him, and really, he doesn't move slowly. You know, that's nice. That's good.
Incredible. Well, I think you've done Egyptian bodybuilding proud, and I think this year's been very monumentous and very kind of changing and very uplifting for Egyptian bodybuilding. It's great to see the new events. It's great to see all you athletes competing and doing, like Shaban and Hassan. You've done so many shows and you've worked so hard. You've got the Mr. Olympia, you've got Ahmed Wadani, and you've got all these amazing new guys like Mohamed Fouda coming through. I tell you what, I think if they didn't know about Egyptian bodybuilding before, they do now.
Yeah. And too much other guys coming. Yesterday, win 212 Mbabi.
Yes.
He also Egyptian guy. He's very nice guy, very good symmetry, midsection, legs, have a good physique, and I think Mbabi, he will make a good result in Mr. Olympia. Yeah.
I think so. Take an even bigger team next year to the Olympia.
So 212 also in Egypt, you know, Egyptian genetic, it's very good. It's just guys, you need a good sponsor and competition in Egypt. So I think next 10 years, you can see every time in Mr. Olympia, 5, 6, maybe 7 guys in Mr. Olympia from Egypt every year.
Incredible.
Yeah, I think so. So then we will check Mr. Olympia in Egypt.
Yeah, that'd be good. Not
in Las Vegas. We'll be in Cairo.
Oh wow, that'd be good. It'd be closer for me anyway. So Mokhamed, I want to thank you, mate. I said I wanted to get you on again because I just want to acknowledge what an incredible job you've done this year, mate. And like I said, get some rest and chill, and you've earned it.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy to be with you always. And you one that from first people that they support me always and give me a chance to be in your channel, the most famous in the whole world, your channel. And I'm always happy to be with you. Thank you so much.
Okay, Mokhamed, I'll let you get to the gym and get some more food, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. And welcome back to MD Global Muscle here at the Rise Move Studio with me, your host, Giles Thomas. I'm joined all the way from Cairo, Egypt, or not?
Not anymore.
Oh, no. Oh, I got it wrong every time. Samson Dauda.
Hi guys, so how y'all doing?
Mate, so hang on a minute. You only competed last night. How quickly did you get home?
Literally, I haven't slept since then, man. We literally got, as soon as the competition was over, I think we were pretty much finished at about 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. We literally had to head to the airport and then fly home this morning. So we kind of got home about 10 a.m. this morning. And yeah, since then, been to the gym, getting ready back to, obviously, to fly to Prague.
Yeah.
End of the week. So yeah, man, it's non-stop. It's literally non-stop.
Oh, wow. Because obviously, we'll come to Prague in a minute. But firstly, because again, Milos might have sent me a couple of pictures before the show to not reveal. And the one thing I noticed, I've never, ever seen your quads that dry before.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this time, we keep, like, saying, show after show, we keep learning and we keep pushing our conditioning and everything else and seeing what the body can take and how to improve it. And you know what? We keep getting better each show. You know, that's one thing that we're kind of like adamant that we're sure about is from show to show, we keep getting better. You know, Arnold UK, we were great. Italy, we came in better. This one, we even came in better at that. So we're learning from it and we kind of way to master that and actually how to improve that. So, yeah, but we've got our dryness down now.
The group of pictures you posted, sorry, it's, what day is it today? Sunday? Monday. Oh, it's Monday today. I get very immersed in what I'm doing. The pictures you posted on Monday, well, the most recent pictures by the Monday, those group are there, there's several, that really showed me because before I was watching the live stream on Facebook Live and it was, you know, you're like a millimeter tall and I was trying to work out, but I tell you what, I loved what you brought to the show, mate. I loved it.
Thanks, man. I know because on the live feed, because even Milos was watching the show on the live feed and things like that, we just checked in like right before we went off and got on the show and we just checked in, you know, on camera and everything else. And then you're watching on live feed, it doesn't capture the conditioning we were bringing. It doesn't capture what package you bring. So when you're watching the live feed, it doesn't show how clear the conditioning is. I remember him telling me, going, you know, we called me after the pre-judge and going, like, are you flat? Like, you're not popping on there and everything else. I'm like, well, we can see it now.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, you know, the live feed, obviously, it doesn't do us justice in that sense. But we know, obviously, what package we were bringing to the show, and we could see it. We're like, look, it's right there, you know. So, I mean, live feed really doesn't do justice to that.
So, what was the show itself like? Because this is a big new event added to the calendar. What was it like as a competitor?
Oh, man, it was amazing. You know, I mean, the way they treated athletes from the minute we touched down in Cairo. Good. You know, they had us picked up from the airport, you know, had the rooms and everything booked for us. You know, the whole, it wasn't on a venue, it was like the whole resort was just a big holiday resort, Cairo, and they had the places for all the athletes to just kind of stay and everything else. Had all our meals and everything paid for.
Wow.
You know, or every morning you tell them the meals you want for the day, or your meals for the day, and they basically make that all for you. You really were treated special there, and it was really, you could tell they put a lot of effort in it, you know, and honestly, I've never been to a show where, you know, we were good because we spent one of the day going to, obviously, the pyramids, you know, which they basically paid for to us to carry us to the pyramids. And we had there. And you're like, man, they really, truly love bodybuilding, man. It's just, it's a shock. It's a real shock to see because something like used to get that kind of special treatment on it. But the show was amazing. The way they run it, wow. You know, I really can testify that it was one of the best ones I've ever been to. Fantastic.
One thing I want to ask, is the camel okay?
Oh, man. It was a funny thing, you know, because we got there and obviously it's like, okay, I just want to ride a camel.
Yeah.
I was like, well, okay. I've never ridden a camel before. Like, all right. Yeah. So we kind of like, you know, put my missus on a camel and the other got on a camel. And they looked at me and they were like, we need a super camel for him.
A super camel?
This moment where they were like, yes, we know. Okay, send out the super camel. And this big thing comes walking out. And you're like,
wow.
Holy crap, okay. But it was definitely, they had a big, strong camel at that point, you know. But it was funny. It was brilliant. Really enjoyed it, man. It was
Hang on a minute. Was the camel horse drawn?
Oh no, it was horse drawn, yeah.
So it's a horse pulling a cart, pulling a camel with you on the back. That's correct.
Yep. And then me with another camel, with my camel pulling the camel behind, and it was like, okay. And the thing is, it's not exactly quiet there. You're on the back of this camel, and you're thinking, and you don't realize how high up you are when you sit in the back camel.
Really?
Like, it's extremely high. And you're sitting in the back and you're looking at it and
literally thinking, I don't know if this is a good idea. I really don't know. And then you're walking around, obviously, Cairo, and you got this like cabs and cars driving by and everything else, and you're thinking, oh, I can really see this not ending well. But the experience, it was just something that you had to do. You really had to experience and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And it was really amazing.
So the other week you're at the Vatican. Now you've got the pyramids and the Sphinx. You're really getting out and about, and you're having some. Do you know what I like to see? I like to see people not just going to countries and competing, but also having good experiences.
Yes, I mean, this is part of it. You know, you get a chance to travel the world and do all these, like, see all these cultures and all these people, and it's almost a shame because you get there and obviously you know that you have a day free between the show and thing. And some people, obviously, guys just want to stay in their room and just get ready to focus on the show, you know, already. But I feel like if I sat in there just waiting for the show, you start to overthink everything.
Yeah.
The stress that comes into play. You know, everything, you start to over-dilate everything and you start, you know, it just becomes like that. So the idea for the show to actually kind of just take a lot of relax. As long as you're prepared, we take our meals with us, we take our water with us, take everything with us. Mm-hmm. You're prepared for that. There's no reason why you can't enjoy both, you know? So the whole idea of just sitting there in a hotel room and you got literally pyramids was 20 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bit like, come on, really? You're going to come to Cairo for the first time and not go see the pyramids? And really? No, come on, man. So, yeah, it was definitely worth it.
Well, I love to see that because it looked you're having a really good time. And like you said, you're not just turning... Like I've spoke to bodybuilders and they've been on like Grand Prix tours and they'll say, well, look, I've been to that country, but I didn't really see it because literally I went to the airport, went to the venue, on stage, hotel, gone the next day. You don't get a chance to see... Like I've been with my media work, traveled all over, and I always say, look, book my flight a half a day or a full day because I want to see like Romania. We're off to Romania in a couple of weeks. I want to go to Dracula's castle.
Exactly.
You know, yeah.
He's taking the opportunity to actually see these things because one of the benefits of actually traveling to all these different countries to compete in different places is you want to see what's the attraction. You want to actually experience that. And you don't just want to say, oh, yeah, I went to Cairo. Oh, what did you see? Nothing much. I was just in the hotel. I did my show and I came home.
Yeah.
Like, then is that it? You know, so come on, you got to have a build of memories. And regardless of, you know, how the show or everything goes, that memory stick with you forever. You know, you always remember, oh yeah, the time I went Cairo, the time I went, you know, Italy, the time I went this, we did that. You always kind of remember those things. So take the opportunity, man. It's really worth it.
Did you get a chance to speak to Big Ramy?
Oh, man, I didn't because only for like 5 minutes. Didn't. You know, because he came in for the finals. We didn't see him until the finals. And, you know, he came obviously, he guest posed for them and everything else. And, man, wow, they love him over there. Like, honestly, you
shocker.
You don't really understand how much.
Really?
Like, and we don't just talk about bodybuilding. We talk about, we were in the pyramids and we were walking, and people were going, oh, you must be friends with Big Ramy. You must be friends with Big Ramy. I'm like, literally everybody knows him. Everybody. And you're like, wow, okay. You know, so honestly, the thing is, the way they show bodybuilders love over there is the compassion, everything they have towards it. You're like, man, you know, it's something you're not used to. You know, it's always like, you know, most countries, bodybuilding is always this niche sport. But when you're out there, it's a whole different ball games there. They really do look up to it. And it's like, wow, you know, it feels amazing.
I love to see, like, you know, the love that Iran has for Hadi Choopan, that Egypt has for Big Ramy. Isn't it wonderful to see that bodybuilders are really like held up as like almost like national heroes? Yep,
it really is. I mean, it's something because we're never used to that, especially when you travel in the States or Europe, and this is the only place you go do shows. You know, it's nice, but you don't really get to experience what it's like when, you know, the whole culture, the whole community actually loves bodybuilding. They love what you guys are there for. They love what you do. And right from the minute you land from the airport all the way to the hotel, to the venue, everybody, they just love the idea of bodybuilding. And it's surreal, man. It really is. And it's something you have to experience to feel it for once, you know?
Yeah. Are you feeling fresh for Prague, mate, or are you a bit burnt out?
Today I'm burnt out. I have literally, the only sleep I've had today is a 5-hour sleep on the flight, you know, because literally since the show, I've actually had any sleep yet because of it. Everything is moving real fast. I haven't even had time to sit down and really even let it sink in or anything like that. It's like, okay, move towards the next one. Okay, start thinking what, you know, making up the plans and everything we do. So as soon as I landed, obviously, straight to the gym for a leg session. So it's just been full on.
Have you had lots of notifications and texts off Milos saying get to the gym, do legs, next show? Yeah. He's on it.
Talking about, okay, what were you doing next and everything else. He's like, okay, when's your flight? I'm like, oh look, the flight is like 6 a.m. in the morning. He's like, okay, when you get home, when you get to the gym, do your leg session. I'm like, okay, seriously? Okay, well, get at it. Let's go.
Well, he's certainly bringing out the best in you, mate, because, I mean, we've seen what you've done with the Arnold UK and now the Yamamoto Pro in Italy, and I tell you what, you are, I'm seeing changes and improvements and different packages he's bringing, and you can see he's really paying close attention to your physique and, trying these different approaches, and it's really, I love to see that kind of engagement from a coach.
Yeah, I mean, he really is, and you got to understand, like, when we're checking in, like, you got to understand time difference. Most of the time when we do a check-in, it's like 3 a.m. over where he is. And he's staying awake just to wait for us to wake up and then do a check-in and everything else. And you're thinking, dude, I would say, dude, don't you sleep? Like, you sleep? Like,
vampire.
I check in with you before I go to bed. And then 7, 8 hours later, I wake up and it's like 3, 4 a.m. in your place. And I'm checking in with you again when I wake up. I'm like, dude, like, when do you sleep? And he's like, no, we got to get you. I want to make sure that you're right for the. I'm like, wow, okay, so he's really that dedicated, and it's such a really crazy thing to see, but he really puts in that time just to make sure that you get it right, you peak it right, and it's the closest thing for him not being there. This is the closest thing he can do. Yeah,
I think that passion from that coach is what separates the good coaches from the absolutely incredible coaches like Milos.
Oh yes, for a fact, especially when they know that it's peak week, you're so close to show everything. Your body's changing by the hour, it's literally just changing by the hour. So they have to sort of be on top of that, making sure that everything is going exactly plan and adapt things to what way your body flows, So it really is just to have a coach that really has that eye and really stays on top of it,
Good. Well, even though you say you're tired, your energy seems, your kind of passion, and you can see you've already got, I can see Prague in your eyes. It's reflecting back at me. That fire is burning. So I'm really, it's been exciting to follow this kind of journey, because I thought what you brought to the Arnold UK was sensational. You were so close to Nathan there, and it's, you beat him with the prejudging. That is unbelievable. So to see you keep going like this and stuff, it's really good fun for us fans and media people to follow.
Yeah, because we say, like, no matter what, we want to be on that 2020 Olympia stage.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
You'll be there. You'll be there.
I'd rather suffer this year and do as many shows as I can to try to qualify for that Olympia early, and then take a break and have some time to improve and get ready for that, than for me to wrap things up now and say, okay, I'm going to end up, prepping early to do a show next year just to qualify then. So this way is like, look, you're already in shape. All you got to do is just take it out, go show a show. And it's an opportunity for us to learn how you're responding, like you were saying. We're learning with each show. We're learning how much more we can push it, just how much more we can dial it in, and it's actually progressing that way, And just like, although I admit you're tired, it is tiring, but it's almost like, okay, now is resilience come into play. Okay, how much more resilient are you, and how resilient is your body, So these things only want to learn early in your career, so you actually know, if I do 4 shows after that, and I have to travel a lot. Would I retain more water? Would I be less of that? Would I be harder? What happens? If you learn it now, later in career, you'll really master that. It's the best thing to learn now when you can.
Mate, you suffered last year and you didn't really get a chance to merely compete as much. So now at least you're suffering. At least you're getting a chance to actually step on stage and stand next to Regan's and stand next to Nathan's and see how you shake. You compare.
Exactly. Yeah, it's exactly that.
It's a win-win.
You can't stand on this. You just, you can't complain about it. Like, okay, we're definitely trying to get out there as much as possible this time. So why not?
Yeah, and it's good to be going up against different lineups, different competitors, and guys who've made top 10 at the Olympias, and and all these different kind of this is how you really test yourself, by getting yourself out there and doing multiple shows. So, last question: how many points are you on now, mate?
I think right now we're on 14. I'm 100% sure about 14 points at the moment.
The Olympia was only a couple of weeks ago, and you've already got 14 points.
I know, So
wow.
This is what I'm saying. Like, we not make so much points that it's almost impossible for them to take it out. Someone to get past us next year, or we win a show and get it that way. Well, either way, one way or the other, we're going to the Olympia next year.
Good. I said to you, I messaged you, and I said I think you will be at the Olympia next year, and I think you'll make top 10 next year, mate. I really do.
Thanks. That's the plan. We really want to aim for that, and we know that with time, another off season, and having that chance to progress, we know what we can do with it and how much we can progress. The same way we did this year. We saw it feels like for once you finally got the formula now to how your physique is working, and you can actually see and test it and see that, oh right, this is how it works. So Now it's just almost the point where he's like, okay, I'm really excited to see having another break, another off season, and then coming back. I'm really excited to just see what happens, because he's going to be something special.
You're going to have a great Christmas this year, I think.
Oh,
you're going to be like, there you go. So, also one request. You know when you do your 60 seconds when you first come out at the first of every show?
Yeah.
Can you hold your Can you hold your poses a little bit?
Of course we can.
Just half a second more, because honestly, I was watching it and I was thinking, he really needs to show the judges what he's got, because you're posing, and the way you angle your body with those frontal bicep and your side tricep, it's like a work of art. I would just love to see it held for one more second.
Okay, yeah,
please?
that's absolutely fine.
Yay! Oh, fantastic. Because honestly, mate, your physique is changing and improving so much. You're morphing into this. It's like, I keep saying, like on the hot news when I bring you up, I said, that's very Sean Roden. That is very Flex Wheeler. That's very, and it's like, I want to see it just held, just so the judges can go and really take in what you're producing on stage.
And that's just it, because I'm constantly learning, myself. As I said, I'm still young to the sport.
Yeah.
And all these things you pick up on, and you actually go, okay, right. How can you make it better? It's always, how can you make it better? How can you make the next one better? What can you work on? What can you actually improve on? What can you do within the time frame that you have? You can't put on that much muscle from show to show, but you can make your stage appearance a lot better and improve your condition. So things like that, it does help when you hear it go, okay, right, that's something I got to do. Guess what? Next show, that's exactly what you're going to see. You're going to see me on the poses for so long. They'll be like, okay, yeah, we get it. Right, move on. Next one. But the same thing. You have to take those things in the heart and actually prepare yourself for it. So yeah, definitely.
Come a long way since that 2017 bloody Diamond Cup, mate.
Oh yeah. It's been a long road for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely for sure. But we're loving the ride, man. Seriously.
And one thing, you've had a very, very good history with the Prague show, so I've got a good feeling about that one, mate.
Yes, because we did our pro debut in 2018 in Prague, and since that was the last time the Prague show was on. And I've always said I really wanted to come back. So
top 5, wasn't
it? This one actually is close to home for me. It's literally close to heart to me. So yes, I'm definitely excited about doing this one this week.
Oh! I tell you what, there's something just popped into my head. You got to do that pose. It's just Sean Ray, one hand up, that you did at Prague in 20. Because that photo, I remember posting that cut back 3 years ago, and it's such. Yeah. Oh, that was when you arrived in the Pro League.
Yeah, because my missus, she absolutely loves that pose, and she keeps getting me to do that pose, because we still have a picture of that from that show, because it was probably, she still has a picture of that on the side of our fridge. And she was
side of the fridge.
By the time she was like, "Oh, that's your best looking film."
Beautiful, stunning.
We always kind of base the conditioning on that look, like until you're better than that, you're not quite there yet. And I'm just blown past it anyway, but you're still like, okay, you know what? That was kind of one pose that we really sort of love, that moment of it, and it always reminds you of that, your pro debut, your first time, doing that on a real stage and everything else. So yeah, man, this weekend we're gonna see something.
Oh, you're like a steam train. You don't stop. You're just plowing through everything and everyone. It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh. Samson, just like I said, just keep it going, mate. And like I said, I guarantee you'll be in the Olympia next year. I cannot see how because I know you'll just keep going and going and going until you get so many points or a win that it'll just be like, right, okay, I'm definitely. And then it's on for the Olympia next year. So what an amazing year you've had. What a turnaround. And I just want to say, just give you some props and congratulate you. And just like I said, and just encourage you, keep going, mate. Incredible job.
Thank you so much. I mean, resilience is always seems to be our strong point, to take punishment and keep going, even, no matter how many times we get knocked back, we just carry on going and we keep becoming better every single time it happens.
Yeah.
So, this one, it just was like, yeah, you know what, we've been here before. We know how to hold on and keep pushing. And that's all we're going to do. And we keep on doing that until we make sure that we are in our Olympia stage next year.
And prayers for the poor camel.
Oh.
Right, Samson, I'm going to let you go, mate. Get some rest, get some sleep, because he said you've only had 5 hours from the flight. And thank you so much once again for coming on MD Glove Muscle.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank you for having me, really.
Thank you, Samson. And welcome back to MD Glove Muscle here at the Unrise Music Studio with me, your host, Giles Tiger Thomas. And we're joined the new 212 Olympia Champ Derek Lunsford.
Hey, there we go. How are you, Giles? Thanks for having me.
Oh, Derek, mate, I know we had you on a few weeks ago, but I haven't had you on for the winner interview, so I had to get you on Glove Muscle again. Congratulations, mate. I was incredible job. Incredible.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we put it together this year. Me working with Hani Rambod, and it finally worked out. That's why I said to Bob Ciccarello, it's time, right?
Oh, do you know what? I actually said, well, I've got here, I think you've seen this one because I think you've posted it. The $64 million question. I put, that was last issue of MD. That was the one with Ramy. And I don't know whether you've seen the new one.
Ooh, I didn't see that one.
Okay.
That is the new one.
Okay, well, I won't spoil the surprise, but I wrote about you again. And I said, basically, I wrote, because I rarely write about people 2 months in a row, but I said, guys, I've got a feeling Derek is going to be the surprise of the Olympia, and I think he's going to shock everyone.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it was exciting, right? I mean, what's most exciting for me is that Clarita and Kamal were at their absolute best. And so, I don't know, I'm still a fan of bodybuilding, and, you know, I wrote a little something this week on my Instagram. I made a post of all three of us, and, you know, I said utmost respect to these great champions. You know, this is a you versus you journey. I said I'm honored to be on, you know, their journey for their bodybuilding goals and career, and I'm honored that, you know, that they're a part of mine as well. So it's just really cool that that we all came in and put on a show this year. It's super exciting as a fan myself. You know,
Milos said that he said that was the best Kamal he'd ever seen. Sean, you know, always brings it. I mean, he was a pound heavier. I think he was as good as last year. But, I mean, the fact that there's those three now, that lineup, those three Olympia champions, 2019, 2020, 21, and you all, like you said, you all brought your best.
I mean, we all knew it too, right? Like, as competitors at heart, we knew that each one of us were going to be bringing our best. And but again, at the same time, if we didn't love this for ourselves, we wouldn't be doing this. So I know both of them are bodybuilders at heart, just like myself. But as competitors, we hold each other just a little bit more accountable each and every day. So, yeah, this is a super exciting year for me, for sure.
Well, because I was really panicking. I was thinking, you know, because Hani, we had you on last episode of Global, and Hani said, don't worry, we'll get you under 212. Now, I know you wouldn't tell me your body weight the last time, but were you? Yeah. Did you cruise in nice and steadily, or was there a moment where you thought, okay, we're going to have to really level up here? And did you struggle?
The moment where I scratched my head was early on, like in the beginning of my prep, when I said, whoa, like I feel like I'm bigger and rounder and more 3D than ever, and leaner at this starting weight. And so I thought, wow, this might be a struggle to get down. This was a couple months out from the Olympia. And as the weeks progressed and progressed and progressed, it was smooth sailing all the way through the show. Like, there was never a point the last couple weeks where I was questioning anything. We were just getting better and better and maintaining my weight right where we wanted it to be and slowly coming down. And even like the last couple weeks, as far as like the drying out process, was much different than what I'm used to in the past. In the past, it was more of a drastic change, like right at the end, whereas it was more of a gradual, smooth into the show, and I was able to stay rounder, fuller, and get much tighter. And it was a world of difference this year. A lot of change.
Absolutely incredible. I mean, I'll be honest, when I saw that guest posing 9 weeks out, I just thought your glutes were shredded. What did you weigh at that guest posing at 9 weeks out?
I think I was around 230, somewhere in there, maybe a little more. So there you go. I told you that one.
I was worried because to me you did look kind of definitely, well, certainly over 225, and I just thought, is he going to be able to make it down comfortably and not lose that impressiveness?
Yeah, right. No, I thought I looked good at that guest posing, but I didn't look, you know, Mr. Olympia stage ready good, right? So I needed to bring it down a little bit more, and you know, I won't reveal any pictures of how I looked at, you know, 220, 225. I thought I looked pretty good there, but the thing is, you know, people keep asking the same question like you asked, you know, was it hard? Do you think you look better at a heavier weight? And I said, to be honest with you, I don't even think about it. I don't question it. I have my coach for a reason. I believe in him. You know, Hani Rambod, he's now a 20-time Olympia champion coach. Clearly he knows what he's doing, so I have full faith in him. And if he says that we're going to come in at 212 and be our best at that 212, then I trust that. And I don't have any questions that is this going to happen, or should I be heavier, or should I do anything else? This is the game plan that we set, and I'm all I need to do is execute on a daily basis and keep this focused, keep this straight. And so I think that was the biggest difference this year, was a change in my mentality. I instead of focusing and worrying about, should I go open, should I be heavier, or can I beat this guy? I need to beat this guy on competition. I just thought to myself, man, I love the fact that I get a bodybuild every day of my life. This is really, I'm living my best life right now. And I'm just thankful and grateful that I get to do what I love every day. And not only that, but use it for my ultimate purpose, bring people closer to Christ. And it's just like, I'm just couldn't be more grateful and thankful that this is the life I'm truly living. And I just kind of let the other stuff go, the whole competition, like who's going to show up and are they going to be at their best? I expect that. I'm a fan of bodybuilding. I want that as a competitor and as now a 212 champion. I want the best of the best to come on stage every single time. And so it just pushes me that little bit harder to, but at the same time, it pushes me a little harder, but it's not what gets me up out of bed every day and gets me into the gym. What does that for me is my passion and love for bodybuilding, but that extra little push and that grit and during that grind time, of course, yeah, I know that people are coming in at their best and we all want that prestigious Mr. Olympia title. So there you go.
I'll be honest, I didn't think it was possible that you'd bring that look that you brought to the stage as a 212. I thought that's how you might look, say, a few weeks out when you're around 220. So that because I saw it and I was just like, how the hell did he make 212? Because you could see and I just, the condition, I mean, I think even the low quality phone shots that I was seeing coming on the group chat that were putting up to the forum straight away, they were just, even as soon as I saw that rear relaxed when you came out, I think it was when they were bringing them out just a few numerically, I just went, oh my God. I can't, honestly, you could, like the detail, the striations, the quality. I honestly had to see it with my own eyes to believe that you could bring that as a 212.
Thank you, Giles. And another thing, I'll be honest, like, I think I'm just so busy and so tired through my prep the last couple weeks, all the way to stage, like standing on stage. I'm so distracted by taking notes in my phone of like, this is the meal I ate, this is how much blah, 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 everything, every little detail throughout my entire day, that every chance I get to come off my phone, taking those notes, or if I'm doing cardio or training or something like that, getting a meal in, I'm resting. So I don't even have time to think about how I look or how I feel or anything like that. So all the way through the stage, like I just kept those blinders on to where I didn't even know how I looked. And that's why I laugh when you said that, because honestly, I still haven't even really looked back at how I looked, the last couple of weeks, or I've seen some shots obviously of the stage. Of course, it's been a couple of weeks now, but I don't really assess myself too much. I just kind of put one foot in front of the other. And so I laugh because I'm like, man, I'm just so busy and so tired leading up to the show. I don't even notice how I look really. I just do what I'm told. And like I said, put one foot in front of the other.
I think it really says a lot for Hani as a coach, because sometimes through all the years I've been in the industry, you'll see coaches and they might latch onto that one good athlete and that kind of elevates them. And then it's like, okay, well, you did it with Phil, but you did it with Jay. Can you do it again? Yeah. Can you do it with a guy with a different type of body? I think it says a lot for him as a coach that, you can completely hand the reins over to him. And like you said, you're distracted, you're busy, you don't even have time to think about it. And you just know that he was going to bring you in under the weight.
Yeah, I just has to be this nice coach athlete, like dynamic duo, like this nice, team effort. Like as an athlete, I'm the workhorse, right? I'm the one that it goes in and puts in all the work and executes the plan. But, he's the mastermind behind it all. Like without him laying the plan for me to go execute, it wouldn't have happened the way it did. So yeah, I think there needs to be an understanding from the coach of who is Derek Lunsford? How does he operate? Why is it that he's, training, because everybody's different. Some people need to be pushed a little bit harder in the gym and some people need to be reined back in. Yeah. So he had to kind of figure me out. And does Derek need motivation or does he not need motivation? Because truth be told, I don't need to be motivated. I'm motivated myself every day to go do this. And that's not just saying that. Like if you give me extra motivation, if you try to hype me up, it almost messes me up a little bit to where I just need to just go and enjoy. I say, let's just go have some fun today in the gym. Yeah. That's literally like my motto. Let's go have fun today. You ask anybody I train with, you ask Connie, I say it all the time. Let's go have some fun today. That's literally how I think about going to the gym and training for the Olympia, versus before I would get all worked up in my head. Oh, I got to hit these numbers. I got to train hard today. Let's go. Come on. That kind of stuff I almost tricked myself that way. So again, like I said, I just trust his plan, and I just go and I execute, and I just do it with a good attitude. I like it. And that yeah. That coach-athlete relationship really has worked out, especially these last couple months into the Olympia, where we finally started clicking better and better and better. Because, he was, like I said, trying to figure me out. I'm trying to figure him out. And we only had about 8 to 10 months to work together for this year's Olympia. So imagine, this is just the beginning, I believe.
But the thing is, I think within just a few weeks of you working together, I put it actually in here in this $64 million question, the news piece. I said within a few weeks we could see things were happening. That magic was happening. So almost literally. Yeah. I mean, how does it even happen that quick? You mentioned, nice, got a bonus there.
No, I'll be honest with you, man. Yeah. This stuff's good. I'm telling you, bro. Like, have you tried the the 3D pre-workout or the Extremino or the AQ, like the pre-workout stack?
I interviewed Hani at the Arnold Classic in 2011, and when I actually interviewed on his stand, and then when he left, he actually gave me some of the products. So that was 10 years ago, and they were the quality and everything are fantastic, but I haven't tried. So maybe if Hani wants to send me some, I mean, he's more than welcome.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, man, that pre-workout stack gets me freaking pumped, dude. So I know, of course, it's not just a supplement. The supplements are on top of the nutrition and the training. So let's not get it twisted. It's not just one single thing. But with the meal plan that we put in place, with the training protocol, such as I was... When I first started bodybuilding, I was doing like Jay Cutler and Phil Heath, videos that they would post on YouTube. I would look up like Jay Cutler chest workout, and I would go and mimic that workout. That was the first few years me getting into bodybuilding. Now moving to Florida, I started training with other pro bodybuilders, former bodybuilders, and it really changed up my training style to where I don't know how much I was progressing those couple years, some, but I think that now that I'm back into like the more FST7 style training, where, high volume meets high intensity is kind of like the motto there. I've noticed that that's really helped me round out my muscles and become more 3D. So it's definitely the training. It's definitely the food wise. I'm eating very similar foods that I've always eaten. So not a lot has changed there. Just kind of like shifting it around throughout the day at different times. And then, like I said, the Evogen products, I'll be honest with you, man, like they really, really got me round in 3D this year. So good. I would encourage people to try the pre-workout stack, but also the FST7 style training was a big game changer for me this year for sure.
Do you ever like sit and reflect from where you were when you just did the Olympia last year? You took fourth, you kind of slid back from second to fourth. It was kind of like you really wanted to go in when you were second 2 years in a row to Flex Lewis, and then come on, it's like, right, I'm going on. And then you kind of come back and, you're in an apartment and you weren't with your fiance, and it's like now you got this big swanky house with a nice pool and your lady's with you. And it's like, have you actually had time to sit and reflect about where you were to where you are now in a very short space of time?
I'm actually really happy you asked that. Yes, I did. The other night we were, so I was laying on the couch a couple nights ago. We have a puppy too, also a little Morkie. It's like a Yorkie Maltese mixed little teacup. It's about, right now it weighs 2.5 pounds and it sits right here on like my chest or my shoulder. Aww. So it'll end up being about 4 or 5 pounds once it's full grown. So I was laying there with her and we were watching a movie. I think we were watching like Harry Potter or something like that for the Halloween.
Lauren got me into Harry Potter a couple of months ago, and I'm quite glad she did. Got to be honest.
Literally, I just got into Harry Potter too.
Me too. I was late to the party like you, mate.
So anyway, yeah, we're watching Harry Potter, and actually, believe it or not, I had a couple of friends over that night, and one of my friends, his name is Sam Adiki. He's a classic physique pro, but he's also a massage therapist too. So shout out to Sam, because you'll be seeing him next year. I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you, on the pro level, he's going to do good in classic. Anyhow,
oh, wow.
Shout out to him. He does massage therapy too as well. And so one of my other friends was over, and he was actually able to massage my friend. So I know that kind of like, why would I mention that? But I was laying there watching Harry Potter. I was with my fiance, with my puppy. I could see the trophy right next to my TV. Oh, and my friends beautiful. Were up. My friends were upstairs, like, helping one another, like, and so I just thought to myself, wow, what a blessing. Like, I started counting my blessings. I started thinking to myself, like, God, thank you for like I'm 212 Mr. Olympia. I have the best fiance. She's a dime. I have a nice little family, like a puppy. I got my friends. Not only do I have my friends in my house, but they're helping one another, and like they're serving a purpose to the community. And like, I don't know, I just feel so blessed to be living this life. And it's not just me, but it's the people in my life too. So that was a long spiel, but yeah, I definitely have reflected on the many blessings. And one more thing to go off that is why do I have this different mindset this year, is because the last couple of years, like you said, when I'm chasing that title, when I'm saying I want to beat the greatest Mr. Olympia 212er of all time, Flex Lewis, when I want to beat Kamal and Clarita, and those are just distractions, man. And even like the whole business side of bodybuilding, like wanting to make money and things like that, it's like those are just distractions, worldly distractions. Whereas like when I sat back this year, no matter where I placed, I was already thankful and grateful to just be living this life. And I think that was like one of my mindset, like, just shifted. And all of a sudden things like the physical side kind of, took a change. Whereas before, like, I was stressed out and things just weren't coming together. This time I was chill, relaxed, just grateful. And all of a sudden, like, you've seen what happened at this year's Olympia. So again, post Olympia, I started counting my blessings, seeing, like I said, just laying there on the couch and just looking around like, wow, like, this is really real. And not to mention, I'm from Indiana. Indiana's my roots, and I'll never forget that. I can't wait to go back in a couple of weeks and spend some time with my family. But I always had this dream of moving to Florida, having, like you said, a pool at my house, and having a nice family and a set of friends. It's just like, the thing is, it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't surrounded by Christ. I'm telling you that right now. If it wasn't for me, turning myself to Christ, saying, God, like, I'm tired of doing this alone. I've been trying to do this myself. I've been thinking worldly. I want to beat this guy. I want this title. I want to have fame, recognition, money, blah, blah, all this crap, man. When I just said, you know what, God, whatever you want for my life, like, thank you for blessing my life. Like, use me. If you can use me every day, use me. And when I started living that way, man, just things came together.
I think the mindset of like an elite athlete like yourself, you're constantly chasing something. Even when you get one Olympia title, you want to focus in on the next one. But I think it's important to sometimes just kind of just pause and just, like you said, reflect. You're there with your dog and your friends, and you just think, oh wow, okay, this life is really pretty good at the moment, and to be thankful for where you are and how far you've come. I think it's something I think a lot of retired bodybuilders say sometimes they wish they'd done a little bit more of.
That's actually some of the advice that I've been given from a lot of other former bodybuilders. They said, like, do your best to take it in now. Like, don't wait. Don't go on, like you said, to the next thing. It's like appreciate things now. And I'll be honest, it is hard to sit back and just smell the roses whenever you're like, okay, because my mindset has been go since the Olympia. Like, even now, it's hard for me to sit back and just have a day to myself, man, but it's a blessing, man. And the thing is me mentioning these things that's in my life that make me happy is not in any way, shape, or form for people to compare their lives to mine. What I really hope is that we all feel the same way about our life, is that we're living the best life. I mean, Giles, look at you, man. You're living one heck of a life, dude. From an outsider looking in, like, you get a report on bodybuilding and be a bodybuilder yourself, and you have a nice lady and everything. It's just like your life from an outsider looking in looks like you have it pretty good, man. And so I just hope that you feel the same way I do, that we're living our best life, and everybody out there watching feels the same way. Because, you know, don't compare yourself to me or anyone else, because your life is your life, and your purpose is your purpose, and your calling is your calling. It's not what I'm doing. I mean, there's going to be another Mr. Olympia out there one day, but that's not everybody's calling. But at the end of the day, I hope everybody feels like they're living their best life.
I made myself, when I was in my 20s, I made myself quite miserable comparing myself to a friend I used to work with, and ended up going into the supplement business, and he ended up selling his company for like 20 million. And for years, I was at a bodybuilding show, and I said, I feel really bad. I feel like a complete failure next to him. And then my friend said, well, hang on a minute. You're here. You know, you're one of the best at what you do. You're flying, you know, you've flown down here. You know, don't you love what you do? I said, oh yeah, I'm sorry. He says, well, there you go. He says, don't, like you said, don't compare yourself to other people. Just be kind of, you know, it's just be thankful for what you've got and where you're headed, you know? Because
we all have blessings. We all have struggles. We all have, it's all similar to we're all similar to each other. You know what I mean? So we all just got to sit back and be grateful for our lives, you know?
You've come a long way since that 2017 Tampa show, mate.
Oh, you know it, man.
I was there.
Well, like I said, man, I was quite miserable for a couple of years. I just had the wrong mindset, man. And now I'm thankful that I've had a lot of help to get me out of that. So, yeah. So
what was it like? What's it been like since then, since you won? I mean, you know, even from when you were announced as the winner, what's it been like? I mean, just take us through it. This thing has not went off. I'm telling you, man. Fantastic.
Like, between my emails, I literally have 3 emails that people send me emails. I've got all my social media, my text messages. It has been blown up. But I tell you what, man, like I said, like, it's been go. It's been hard for me to, you know, take it a day for myself, but I also love it too. Like, I'm very blessed to be having so many people reach out to me, and all these crazy opportunities that are coming my way. So expect me to be doing a lot of traveling. I hope to be coming to your area, wherever you're at.
Yes.
And so I'll be doing a lot of traveling as much as COVID will allow, and just staying on the go. Hopefully I can take it. Actually, I'll admit, I already booked an all-inclusive resort for me and her in December. So
lovely.
Not because I feel like I deserve it. No way. This woman has put up with me for 11 years now, and we're getting married in March, finally.
Fantastic.
Like, literally, we were saying we were putting on the invitations or whatever. It's just going to say finally on the front.
Fantastic. Yeah, because you've been together since you were teenagers.
Yeah, man. So she met me when I was a 130-pound wrestler.
You're a bit different now, mate.
130-pound wrestler.
now you're a 230-pound Olympia champion.
I know. Yeah, so she's been through it all with me, you know. Like I said, we met in high school. We were teenagers, and she knew me as this wrestler kid, and here we are now. But yeah, she's put up with me for 11 years now. We're finally getting married. She has until March to back out and wisen up. But no, she deserves this little vacation, and it's going to be all inclusive. It's what she wanted to do. So it's going to be in December for like 5 days. And then other than that, which by the way, it has a gym in there. So.
I was thinking, has it got a gym? Is it all inclusive? No. That means all inclusive means that means you can eat all you want.
I booked the trip, and I'm like, make sure there's a nice gym or fitness center. So no, I'll be staying on playing with that. Like I said, I can't get my butt out of the gym, but she deserves that, so we're gonna do that. Other than that, man, yeah, busy. Winning the Mr. Olympia, one of the first things that was told to me was, this is life changing, basically, is what they said. And so I'm like, I'm definitely noticing it now. There's a lot more people getting a hold of you, a lot more responsibility with this title, and I accept it all.
Take a break. So who's given you the best advice since you won?
A lot of people, man. I don't think there's been one person that just sticks out, but like overall, just like what I said, is basically like, this is just understand how prestigious this title is, honor it, respect it, and you know, this is a life-changing moment that is happening, and it is true. At the same time, as I think probably the best advice was given to me by a couple former bodybuilders. Like I said, just take it in. Like, do your best to just soak it in now. Don't wait until you're done, and and also just be smart, keep a level head, you know, like don't let the high get too high right now. And that's something I think I had to learn. And I don't want to say I learned it already. It's a habit, right? It's a constant thing that you consciously have to be aware of, but don't let the highs get too high and the lows get too low. You know, like I said, a couple years ago, I was letting the lows really get me down. Before that, I was letting the highs get me a little too high. So coming off the Mr. Olympia win this year, I kept saying I don't want to ride this like a hot air balloon where I'm riding this high all the way to the top, and then it's hard to come back down to earth.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still Derek Lunsford from Indiana. Well, now sunny Florida.
in a pool that's the same size as your old apartments.
I know it's like a bathtub for me.
Yeah.
No, I'm playing. No, just don't let the highs get too high and the lows get too low. Just understand, you know, that even though that this was a life-changing opportunity that's come my way, I'm still Derek Lunsford, and I don't need to be anybody different. I need to continue to do this because I love to do it, and just man, that's it.
Weren't you excited with what Sean and Tonio did at the Legion Sport as 212s and going and
awesome,
completely kicking ass?
I told you I'm a fan of bodybuilding, and I like Sean, man. Sean's a friend of mine.
Okay, sorry, Derek, we had a bit of a connection problem there. You were saying about Tonio Burton and Sean Claride at the Legion Sport kicking ass as 212s in the open. Yeah,
that's right, man. Look, like I said, I'm a fan of bodybuilding. I'm a friend of Sean's, and of course I'm rooting for Sean, you know, and a couple of guys at the gym were saying, "Oh, did you see Sean's competing? What's he thinking?" I said, "Listen, man, let me tell you something right now. The dude's placing top 3, no question. Like I just know from looking at this line. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you right now, he's placing top 3, nothing less than that. Will he win?" I said, I honestly think he's got a shot to win, but it's going to be tough. I see, like, I actually thought Regan looked really, really good.
Yes.
Thought Sergio looked really, really good. And there was a couple other big names that was in the show where I was like, man, it's going to be tough if they come in on point. But at the end of the day, my boy Sean, he did it.
He did. Thing is though, cool. If you look at like guys like Hadi and William Bonac, these guys were X212s, and they're not. I mean, Hadi is not much bigger than heavier than when he was a 212, and he's in the running to win the Open Olympia. You know.
Yeah, I don't know what the scorecards were, and I don't know what the judges were thinking as far as like their placement of having Sean, Regan, Sergio. But from what I saw online, you can make an argument for any of those guys to have won. But I think definitely the reason why Sean won was everybody's saying his conditioning, but I just think overall he was the most complete. And for me as a bodybuilding fan, I've always thought, I'm going to throw his name out here, Phil Heath was one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, maybe arguably the best, because of how complete he was.
Yeah.
And so for me as a bodybuilding fan, I like to see, of course, a nice streamlined physique. That's very, very important. I don't want something blocky and crazy coming out here like freak mode. But at the same time, I think that having a complete and shredded physique, I think definitely Sean brought that more than anyone else did. But I can also make an argument for Regan too. I think Regan looked incredible, man. He looked his all-time best. Sergio coming in looking stellar too. So I just thought it was awesome seeing Sean take it though, man.
Sean got straight first, mate.
Did he?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. He
completely dominated. 174 pounds.
Like I said, I didn't see the scorecards. I wasn't there. I just saw online. But let me tell you, man, give it to Regan because he's really improving a lot too.
Yeah, 100%. I just think it shows that the judging's been done right as well, because if it, like they always said, a good tall guy will always be a good short guy. So that may be one of the reasons why they created the 212. But now you guys are like I said, Hadi and Bonac and Sean and guy, and you really are like, it's so does it really kind of I don't know if you thought that far ahead, but do you think, maybe one day you would go open, or do you just want to win the 212 20 times?
I've said it over and over and over again. I have always wanted to go open. I expect at some point that I'll be an open guy. But the thing is, having the 212 Olympia title and being in the 212, I love that division, man.
Yeah.
Like it's even when I was not winning, I still love the division. So it's something that Hani and I both have to discuss. Right now, we're focused on coming back to defend the 212 title. But do I eventually want to be open? There's no questions asked, man. I'm a bodybuilder, man, and I want to see my body continue to grow into the open. But timing is the thing. The timing matters. And, you know, I'm a younger guy. I'm 28 years old, and I think that I need to spend a little bit more time in the gym developing my physique. And how long will it take? I don't know. We'll see. If my body just booms in 1 year, who knows, next year. But at the same time, I think right now our game plan is to defend the 212 title. But eventually, I want to be open.
28 years old. I got socks older than that, mate. Well, not
is
quite.
Is that true? Let's see them. maybe we don't want to see them.
No, you don't. They're crawling up the wall. Also, what did you weigh in at then? What was your weight?
We weighed in 211 and a half.
Oh, just like a squeak.
So we did it, just barely.
Yeah. So what did you do you think? Because I mean, I know the one year your body weight dropped by the time you got to the stage after weigh-in. So what do you think? Did you weigh yourself? I mean, I'm curious to know whether you went up or down.
Yeah, I think to be quite fair, I think I dropped a couple more pounds. So I have a couple pounds to play with, but really, within just a couple pounds, I don't need to blow up a bunch of tissue. I just need to refine my physique even better where I'm at. So that's been what Hani and I have talked about, is that if we can just refine my physique in certain areas that were lagging, I guess you could say, then that's what we want to focus on. Like I said, just winning the Olympia title for the first time, being 28 years old, just looking at the grand scheme of things, taking a step back, looking at the bigger picture. Like, why do we need to rush into the open? I mean, would I love to? Yes, absolutely. If that ends up happening, cool, awesome. But I'm kind of letting Hani take the reins with this as well, and I think that's smart. You know, like he's been doing this for decades. I've been doing this for, well, that was my 5th Olympia.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's won 20 Olympia titles.
Yeah.
This was my 5th, so it's like,
well, if you read this MD, the latest one, you can text me in later because I literally what you're saying there is exactly. I said, could Hani do it? Could he have 3 Olympia champions? You, Andre, and Hadi.
I think he could have. He could have arguably.
Not far off.
And you know what? One more thing too. I meant to mention earlier about Hani and why it just it speaks volumes of his coaching. Is that he has 20 Olympia titles, and he, like you said, like he's picked individuals such as like Phil Heath, Jay Cutler, and helped them win many titles, but he's never had a 212er ever. So he's never had no. So I was the first 212er he's ever helped work with, and then we won the title. And normally he told me he likes to work with athletes for about 2 years and do a couple shows that are just pro shows before they do the Olympia together. Like, for example, I guess him and Phil worked together for a couple years and did just pro shows before they did the Olympias. Whereas with me, we just went right into the Olympia, and we had to make the 212 weight. So
wow.
Yeah, so I'm excited to keep working with him, and we have 14 months until next year's Olympia. It's be back in Vegas in December. So will you be there?
Yes, I will. Yeah, because travel restrictions change. Tomorrow from next month for November. So I'm going to be at the Arnold. I'm going to be at the Olympia. But I tell you what, it's been really interesting following that journey of you and Hani working together and seeing how you've improved and what was going on. It's been really exciting as a bodybuilding fan, which I am first and foremost, to follow that and to see the end result and to think, okay, if best case scenario, they're going to pull out something. I've actually, hang on, I got 3D voodoo shit or something I wrote. I've actually, it's in print. You can read that. But I tell you what, it was so nice to see, it actually really transpire visually, because, so like I said, as soon as he came on stage and he did that back shot, I went, oh my God, he's done it. It's absolute. Like, what I saw was, those back shots were just mind blowing. Like, like Ronnie Coleman, like that level of like, holy shitness,
Oh man, thank you, man. That's big words, man. That's such an honor for you to say that. So all I can say is thank you. I don't know.
Derek, I'm going to let you go, mate. And like I said, I know we had one recently, but I was like, when you won, it was just so, it was incredible, because I'm friends with, you, Sean, Kamal, And I'm rooting for all three. The three champions, and it was so exciting, mate. It was such a great Olympia. I'm gutted I couldn't be there, but it was.
I know I hated that I couldn't get on here earlier. I know you hit me up like the day after the Olympia, and I'm like, dude, if you knew my schedule right now. There's no way I can fit in 20 minutes. Literally, like I'm like boom, 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 boom. So
no.
I'm glad that
he said I'm very important now. So you get your people to speak to my people, and maybe I'll grace you with my presence.
Come on, man. No, I'm just saying. I'm glad we got on here today. So thanks for having me, man.
All right, then, man. I'm gonna let you go for a swim or take your dog for a walk, and thank you so much and congratulations, mate. I just wanted to say that to you on the show, because. Like I said, that was pretty mind blowing what you two pulled off this year. Very, very good job.
Thank you so much, and it's nice talking to you. And anytime you want to get back on, I'm here, man. So
brilliant.
Appreciate you. All
right, Derek. Have a great Sunday, and I'll speak to you very soon.
All right. God bless.
Thank you. Bye, Derek. Okay, guys, it's hot news for season 4, episode 40 of MD Glow Muscle. Also. Normally after 20 episodes, we have a week's break, but we've got the Ashley Coltwasser Olympia All-Star Tour coming up, so we're just going to keep going, and I haven't found anyone good enough to do the new intro, so I don't want to get something rubbish, so we're going to continue, and probably take a week off when we're on the tour. So anyway, obviously the big news of the week has been the KO Squad Egypt Pro, first ever Pro League, to the best of my knowledge, the first Pro League Pro show in Egypt, and it was by all accounts absolutely incredible. I watched the live stream on Facebook, so which was good. It was quite interesting watching on my phone, and it seemed like a very good high quality live stream. And the promoter Islam Cortage, I think it reads as Cortam, but Mokhamed in this episode said Cortage, so I think we'll go with that. So yeah, we're going to go to bodybuilders. Oh, also happy Halloween, by the way. Actually, Halloween was days ago. Who cares? We didn't dress up, did we? No, didn't dress up. Right, okay, then let's go straight into it. I'm going to go to Bodybuilders Without Borders because he has all the hookups. So let's go. Oh, let's go to the score sheets. Yeah, good. I like to go to. Sometimes it's interesting. You can actually tell a lot by the score sheets by the scores. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? No, like last week, like Derek Lunsford in this episode didn't know that Sean Clarida won the Legion Sport straight first, and I think that tells you a lot about, obviously, because if you win straight firsts, then it's a dominating win. It's not like a close win, if that makes sense. So let's have a look at the results. So there was physique, classic physique, 212 bodybuilding, and open bodybuilding. It's difficult to know what the prize money was because it was all in Egyptian money. So I think somebody thought that Regan won 200 grand. And it wasn't 200 grand. It was whatever the Egyptian currency is. I'm sorry I've been ignorant. So yes, and the show was on Halloween. I'm surprised no one did a Halloween themed routine. I was expecting Samson to come out with a machete. Or... Sorry, we're watching too much Halloween, aren't we? Halloween, what's the Halloween remake? Bad film. Right, okay. First place was Regan Grimes. As you can see, straight first there with the... Oh, it's not scrolling down. Why isn't it scrolling down?
Because it's an Instagram post.
Why isn't it scrolling down? It's not. You should scroll down. Yeah, that's weird. Or is that... Oh, that's the list. Yep. Okay, so first place was Regan Grimes. I kind of predicted this one, to be honest. I thought he was going to win quite clearly. Is that fair to say? So now he has his qualification for next year's Olympia. He took second place, obviously, as you know, to Sean Claride at the Legion Sport. Can you believe it? 212. Won the Legion Sport. And the thing is, with Sean Claride, he's not just a 212. I mean, he's a 212 and he's an Olympia champion, but he weighed, I think what you need to take away from this, he weighed 174 pounds. He was actually lighter than when he did the Olympia. It was 178 when he did the Olympia a few weeks before. And it's just, I think it's really, really reassuring because they always used to say that a good tall guy would always be a good short guy. But now, you can't get much shorter than Sean Claride. But he's, at the end of the day, he has a very, very good physique, unbelievable thickness, size. I mean, the guy's an Olympia champion, 212 Olympia champion. But it's interesting because also there was Tony O'Burton as well, who was he fourth place? I got fourth in top 5. And, there's another guy who you know, I mean, he was someone who struggled to make 212. So without the weight restriction, he looked, I think he filled out. I think his best look was probably, well, it was above 212. So he basically brought his best physique. Why am I talking about the Legion Sport? That was last week. I should really get back to the KO Pro. And I'll get back to that. Okay, I'll shut up then. Right, okay. Second place was Mohamed Shaban. I thought Mohamed looked very, very good. The Egyptian guys, I mean, Mokhamed did 8 shows this year. He did the first show of the season, the Open Pro. He did the Indie Pro, and now he's done this show. He's done 8 shows. He's traveled to America. Same with Mohamed Shaban and Hassan Mustafa. I'm sure that has to be at least 6 shows that Mohamed Shaban's done. I know Hassan did, well, around 6 to 8 shows, that all that traveling. But it's good to see the representation of the Egyptian athletes supporting the Egyptian event. I mean, I kind of expected Hassan to be in there, to be honest. I was surprised he wasn't in the show. But, I mean, you know, sometimes you got to take so much with shows. But it's great to see pros competing more often and really kind of, and also supporting the events, you know. I'm surprised there's a few more British competitors doing this one. Yeah, that was meh, by the way. I was surprised. Yeah, a few more. Well, not just British, but European pros. I would have expected to see a few more in here. Third place and straight thirds as well. That's interesting. So straight first, straight second, straight third. So the judges were all unanimous on their decision. Samson Dauda in third. I thought, well, we'll come to the pictures I've seen of Samson, some very good high quality pictures, but I couldn't tell whether he was better than the Arnold UK. Whether he was better than what was the other show Samson did? My mind's gone blank. What was the other show he did the other week? The other week, what was it? What was it? Italy. Oh, God, it was like 2 weeks ago. Do you know what? It's been every single weekend we've had the Olympia, where we had the Arnold UK, we had the Arnold America, the Arnold UK, the Olympia, Yamamoto Pro, that's the Italian show. Then we had the Legion Sport, and now we've had the KO Pro. It's incredible. There's been shows every single weekend. And on some weekends, there's been several shows. Yeah. The Hurricane Pro last week. And I mean, it's I mean, you'll never hear me complain about too many shows because it gives me something to talk about. Otherwise, I'm just talking about what was on TV yesterday. So what colour socks I'm wearing. Right, okay then. Don't worry, we'll never talk about my socks. Well, unless they're Batman socks. Right, okay, so Samson Dauda in third. Fourth place was Mokhamed. They spelled his name wrong. Mohamed. It's actually Mokhamed. Do you think that was a mistake? Or do you think, I think they spell their names differently sometimes, don't they? Don't know. Oh, I love Mokhamed. He's such a cool guy. Very very humble guy, very funny as well, very, very quirky guy to interview. And in fifth place, as you can see, 5th to 11th, it was all Egyptian guys. I don't know any of these guys, but I saw the second call out, and there was one tall guy, really wide shoulders. He looked absolutely fantastic. So yeah, that's pretty much okay. We'll just go to the other categories. We'll go to the 212. The 212 was won by a lot of Mohammeds. Mohamed Khaled Mbabi, EMB. That's his Instagram, the EM Baby. I'm not saying that. I don't know how to. I'm not being ignorant. He won the 212. I just started following him actually on Instagram today because I want to learn more about him. I think was I already following him? I'm not sure. I think I was actually because it said following. But yeah, in second place was Ahmed El-Wadani El-Sadani. Again, here's another guy that's done many shows. Where did he qualify? Wasn't Tampa, was it Texas? No, did he win Texas? Yes. Ahmed won Texas, did the Olympia. I can't remember the placing he got the Olympia actually. It wasn't I think it was top 10. Wasn't it top 10? I think it was. But wasn't his best condition, to be honest. I think he could, well, I don't know, would he still have won? Would he have won if he had been in better condition? Because I saw the close-up video footage on the live stream and his conditioning was, yeah, it was a little bit off. But the thing is, he's got such a beautiful structure. That front double bicep is like, it's unbelievable. It's like, you can't train for that. Hang on, seriously, these scorecards are a joke. How can you just give a number 9 and 3? What's the point? 1 round was judged. How is an athlete supposed to know where he needs to work harder? Bollocks. Okay. Samson in third is also a big lol. So many people obviously felt that. But the thing is, Samson has a huge fan base not just based upon how good his physique is and how well he's done, but also last year with all the restrictions, all the problems he had getting to being quarantined, and so I think I'm not saying they're biased, but I mean, I didn't disagree with Shaban in second. I'll be honest, I need to see more. I will look at more. But do you know what? Third place, he could have been second. I was looking at the prejudging on the live stream, and I thought I could tell the way they were positioning Regan. I thought, okay, Regan pretty much has got this. And I said I think I messaged Milos yesterday, and I said I think he could be anywhere from second to fourth. I was rooting for second, but I said, but worst case scenario, he will get fourth. So third place, I think that's pretty good. I believe even before this show, he had, I'm sure it was 11 points. And bearing in mind, the Olympia was only like a couple of weeks ago. So that's, so he's really racking up the points now. I'm pretty sure that Samson is, why am I talking about Samson? talking about the 212 now. Pretty sure that Samson is doing Prague next weekend. So this weekend, coming. Obviously, by the time you watch this on Wednesday. Sorry, correction there. Thank you. And he's going to go up against Nathan Diasha. So I bet Regan's happy that Nathan Diasha didn't turn up for this one. I think Nathan would have beaten him. But, so anyway, let's talk about the 212. Pretty much that was the only athletes I really want to speak on. Pasquale D'Angelo in fourth place from Italy. He was in the NPC European Alicante. He was the one I really liked for first place, actually. I think I'm sure he was top three, second or third. But really rate that guy. I think he reminds me of, I can't remember his name now. He reminded me of, the guy that I'm talking about reminded me of a 212 version of Nasser. I went for dinner with him in Prague in 2012. We had steak and beer. What was his name? Oh, God, I can't remember his name. He hasn't been around for a few years, but I'm very much digressing here. Yeah. So, right, okay then. Like I said, I'm not familiar with a lot of these names, so we'll go on to next one, if that works. Men's physique. Classic men's physique. Okay, now we're talking. I nearly skipped right past that. Men's physique. Right, okay. First place was Jose Maria Mete Bueri from Spain. Huge fan base, this guy. He won Portugal, and then he got third at Alicante. Do you remember? Middleman? I was actually doing the live stream commentary with John Citrone for the classic class, and that was John Citrone's favourite guy. But he ended up getting third. Yeah, third at the Alicante. But he was in the Olympia. Madelman. If you check out his Instagram handle, it's Madelman, Madelman. So he won. Yes, I saw his back shots and some of the. We'll find some of the footage on here, and he looked absolutely incredible. Peter Molnar in third. Peter Molnar. I still think he needs more legs. I think but he's doing really well. He's made a very big impact. He turned pro at the Romania last year. He turned pro, won the amateur, and then did he win the pro? Oh God, I can't remember. He was very, very, because he competed with the pros the day after and did very well. The placing escapes me now, but he was he basically hit the ground running and he made a very, 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 very good impact. Got to announce second place. Artem Puchkov. I'm not aware of this guy. So I want to just sort of go over some of the, right, okay, here's Shaban. Thing with Shaban, he needs to be crisp from the back. I tell you what, the day he gets really sharp and separated in the back shots is a day when he will move up to top 6 at Olympia and going to be winning multiple pro shows. He was 10th in Olympia, so he's made top 10. So he's literally in the top 10 best bodybuilders ranked in the world today. So, and like I said, he's done a lot of shows, so you'd be forgiven if he wasn't in his best condition. But I think... Here we go. See how you got this. I like the cameras where they go in right in, so you can see the condition. See, yeah. He still needs to get crisper and more separated from the back. That's his Achilles heel. So he needs to, like Akeem Williams. He needs to get sharper from the back because tell you what, Milos actually had Mohamed Shaban 7th at Olympia this year. He had him 7th, so that's how he is now. But and I think Mohamed Shaban, I would say he is one of the most improved bodybuilders of the year, along with Samson, actually. Look at that. That's the pose. Stunning. He's awesome, isn't he? He's got such a nice physique. Great midsection, tight. Yeah. Quads are just fucking ridiculous. Awesome stage. Pardon my French. But look at that. What a lovely physique. He just needs to get that little bit more detail and suffer that little bit more. So trained by Charles Glass, prepped by Andrew Vu. but mutated quads. I don't know why people are saying that Samson was second. I thought Shaban was better. So there you go. Yeah, no, I didn't disagree with him in second. He's a top 10 Olympia guy. And I think he looks as good, if not better than the Olympia. Need to really, I suppose I'll have to really put them side to side. But he's absolutely fantastic, Shaban. I mean, God, the impact this guy has made this year, he's really, he's leveled up hugely. And he was another talk of the show, pardon me, was Mokhamed Fouda. I've been raving about this guy for a while, actually, if you're an avid watcher of MD Glove Muscle. Some people had him ahead of Samson and Shaban. Some people had him as high as like second, third. So absolutely incredible. Like I said, I've been raving about him. I think he competed against Hadi a few years ago, and they were pretty much neck and neck as amateurs. But I think I might have put him in my MD Glove Muscle Buzz column and said, is this guy is he like the next Hadi to come from this, this part of the world, like the Middle East, Look at his calves. Wow.
Like calves.
We like calves. Like we're like Arnold. We love calves. So, yeah, his condition's good. Skin's thin. Yeah, he's tight. He's got a lot of thickness, a lot of roundness. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, fantastic debut there for Mokhamed Fouda. I thought he would be in top ahead of Shaban or Samson. That's what Daniel L. from Bodybuilders Without Borders is saying. But he looks like one of those guys that almost looks like he's 212. But I bet he's probably, I'm guessing he's going to be around 220, 225. Otherwise, he probably, if you're in condition at 218, 220, it might be smart to drop it down and suck it down to 212. But if you're like 225, then you're really going to be sacrificing muscle fullness and tissue to and you're not going to look your best. So you're better off going open. So yeah, what a debut though. What a debut. In his home country of Egypt, is that right? Yeah, he's Egyptian. Yes, he's Egyptian. This is bodybuilding. This is 90s quality physique. Very Hadi Shapoon. Hadi Chupin, like incredible structure and condition. He is, isn't he? He's very. You can see. He's not quite there as good as Hadi yet. But tell you what, another year or two, we could have another Hadi type freaky physique. He's not as detailed as Shadi Chupin. Hadi Chupin. I'm going to get a lot of hate now from all the Hadi fans. Right, okay. Yeah, so fantastic. Want to give... what's this doing now? Oh, let's get this off. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Oh, this is annoying. Oh, stop it. Hang on.
Click the X.
Click the X. There we go. Hey. I'm glad you're the brains of this outfit. Anything you want to see on here? There's Madelman. That's that guy. Yeah, lovely physique. Yeah, he was third in Alicante, won Portugal. He was in the Olympia. I saw a video of his back and his back shots. Look at that. Look at that. Tell you what, he's probably not far off being he'd probably be a good 212, this guy. Yeah. Huge fan base as well.
Look at the quad, the ham.
Yeah, the ham drop. Yeah, impressive. I tell you what, he's probably at the limit, I would imagine, for the classic. But let's see a little bit of video. Oh, where the video? This guy, 6'6". This was the guy, the giant Russian, 6'6". Artem Puchkov, Insanity, was center at first call-outs. 6'6". Oh my God, it's like a big Russian soldier. Tell you what, I'm liking the detail, I'm liking the condition and the hardness of the muscle. That's impressive. I dig that. Yeah, I tell you what, good legs for a blood. Look at that. Look at the condition. And also, 6 foot. Look at his bloody hamstrings. Got to zoom in on those. Tell you what, tall guys to have good legs is, it's like Jamie the Giant. Thank God that guy's got good legs. Otherwise, he'd just be wasting his time as a pro. But because tall guys, obviously they got long femurs. Is that right? So they've got to put a lot of muscle on them. Vacuum as well. Yeah. FK Love It makes us two tall bodybuilders proud. No, he is holding a layer. What are you talking about? No, he isn't. Yeah, a layer of bloody hard muscle. So, there's Mokhamed there, our buddy who's on this episode. Let's just have a quick look at him. Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, what a year. Shut it down now, mate. No training, Tiger's orders. So, okay, what else? Let's see. Oh, there's Molnar. Let's have a look at Regan. Let's have a proper look at Regan. Yeah, what lovely physique. I think he needs more chest and arms for next year. Tell you what, I mean, Milos thinks he could be an Olympia champion.
Yes.
Open. What, you think so?
One day, yes.
Well, I suppose if you're under 30 and you're winning pro shows,
He's a golden boy.
he's a golden boy, I know, but, it doesn't matter what colour you are, whether you're gold or green.
No, I mean, like, he's got that.
I know what you mean. I'm
factor.
teasing. Oh, God, woman.
Sorry.
So,
Sorry, MD.
sorry, yeah. Shut up, woman. So, yeah, I'm very aesthetic, and I tell you what, whatever he's been doing with Milos, he's finally bringing it to the stage now, because this is impressive. Yeah. I think, because now he's qualified for the 2022 Olympia, he really needs to shut it down now and really work on, bigger chest, and just basically bring it overall, because he's very aesthetic, but he could do with a little bit more size, I think, for next year. I mean, he's already good enough to be kind of almost pretty much top 10 Olympian now, but that's the shot. Yeah, that one. Look at his shoulders. Yeah, great midsection. Doesn't really get the drawn face, though, if you noticed. But a lot of the guys nowadays, they don't get the sucked in, like, 90s faces. Here we are. Look at that. Oh, look at Samson. I mean, yeah, that frontal bicep, the way he angles his body is perfect. Bit of gyno there, Samson. Get that sorted, mate. I've never seen Samson's quads that dry. Yeah, that's because if you always look at Samson, if you look closely, his quads would never get bone dry. And if he did get that conditioned or close to it, his upper body would flatten out. But he seems to have, I'm not sure about the whatever color or glaze he's got on. It looks a bit messy. Yeah, still needs a bit more condition in the back. But let's see. Let's hope he can still nail it for Prague this weekend, by the time you watch this. And he's got such a nice aesthetic physique. But he's a work in progress, Samson. He turned pro at the end of 2017. And I think did he get 4th or 5th at the 2018 Prague show? So, I mean, that was his first year as a pro. So I'd be very shocked if he wasn't first call out in Prague next week. So didn't he beat Nathan at the prejudging? Did he beat him? I think he beat Nathan De Asher at the Arnold UK prejudging. So let's have a look here. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, there you go. Mohamed Fouda looking fantastic. Regan Grimes, see what good midsection. Look at the difference it makes to a physique when the midsection's really tight. Mokhamed, too many carbs, he said, and it bloated his midsection. So, yeah, Shaban still needs to get that a little bit more crisper. And then he will move up. So, I think Regan. Oh, it's a shame our boy Samson didn't get second, but,
Samson's time is coming.
Samson's time is coming. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, see bloody... Right, okay, we're going to go on to our next is... Oh, shit. Better really pick up the pace so we'll get told off. KO Squad. So, of course, this is the first Pro League Pro show in Egypt. So, this is absolutely huge. Is there much on here? There's not much really on here, is there? We've really already seen. So, yeah, well, we'll leave this one. But I just want to give a shout out to Islam Kortaj. I believe that's how you say it. Spelt Kortam. But fantastic job, mate. I mean, what a show. Look at the beautiful stage. The venue looks incredible. Good promotion as well. I saw bits of Ramion buses and, stuff going on in the streets. And I imagine there'd be a lot of local, national media there. So doing a fantastic job. By all accounts, it was a hugely successful show. And so another exciting show to add to the pro calendar on this side of the world, which benefits us. So we don't have to fly as far. So Sulios, okay, then we're going to go to... Okay, this is what I want to bring up. Sorry, it's going off. This is Carlos Thomas Jr. He's 7 weeks out for the Nationals here, prepped by Patrick Tua. Coming in nicely. Last time he competed, I believe he was a middleweight. And I think he's just hovering about under 240 here. I'm sure that's what I read. Holy fudge. He says the word you will use. Holy fudge. Let's have a look. Holy fudge. Bigger version lol of Hunter. Oh, don't say that. Bitcoin mining. Shut that. That fudging annoys me. So, right, anyway. So Carlos, watch out for this guy at the Nationals. I'd be very shocked if he wasn't taking home a pro card. So... I mean, I saw the frontal bicep and the front lat spread on Patrick Tua. Is Patrick Tua tagged in? Because I'd like to maybe jump to it. No, he's not. Okay, let's go to his Instagram because I want to show that picture. Oh, get off! I don't see that in clothes. I want to see him without his kit on. Right, here we go. Yeah, look at that. I mean, come on. I mean, that looks photoshopped. That bit there, doesn't that look photoshopped? It's not though. Pretty sure not. Sergio Oliva Jr. Man, I'm going to start measuring my protein powder now. Tell you what, look at that. That's freak level incoming with a tight midsection. And you know Patrick Toe will bring Carlos in absolutely. I mean, he's 7 weeks out there. I'd be happy looking like that at 3 weeks out. Apart from the muscle, just in condition. Because I'll never have muscle like that. I just don't have the genetics, I'm afraid. So, yeah, look at that. Fantastic. I'm really curious to see how he looks really, really conditioned. Because if he manages to hold on to that impressiveness, I tell you what, it's going to be unbelievable. So, done that thing. We've got to use that, press that cross. Right, okay, let's go back again. I just want to see if Sulio's got anything else more interesting. Anything interesting, sorry, not more interesting. Oh, going back to that one. Okay. Right, okay, well, we'll forget Sulio's then. Right, okay, let's go to Samson Dauda. And the reason I want to bring up Samson is because I watched the live stream and it was good quality, but, you know, when you're watching it on your phone and they're like, that tall. I wanted to see the high-quality pictures, and today I saw Samson posting these, and I can see why some people thought he should have been second, maybe even first. Oh, look at that. I mean, that's pretty much perfect. Symmetry. That's like Sean Roden level beauty, isn't it? Look at that. I mean, now he's got that dryness in his legs that he never really had before. And he's got really good calves. I mean, look at the lines, the aesthetics, the balance, the flow. He slowed his posing down a little bit as well, I saw. It was a bit more controlled. And I just think with guys with those kinds of statuesque aesthetic physiques, I think it's really, really good to see them not just do the poses a little bit more slowly, but also hold them, because Samson, although he's a very good poser, he doesn't hold his bloody poses. And it's very difficult when they're jumping around to really, really see and judge and kind of appreciate the aesthetics and the flow, which is his calling card. So, I mean, look at this. Look at that. Yeah, still, I'd like to see more. Tell you what, for next year, I'd like to see more chest and back on Samson. I think that's where Nathan blew him away. I'll be honest. I think it was chest and back. Nathan's just got that next. He's like got a couple of years ahead in terms of like thickness. But I tell you what, when he thickens that back up, and have a look at the chest as well. So look at that. Whenever, yeah. I mean, he's moving forward. He's improving. He's improving. He's coming on the show in half an hour because we filmed this before Samson. So he'll turn up. Don't worry, he'll show. Please show. Yeah, see, yeah, chest and, with that little bit more chest and back, that would set everything off. He's on the verge of absolute greatness, Samson. Look at that. Wow. Look at the aesthetics. And he hits the pose. He's not quite hitting the pose there fully, but you get an idea. I mean, he's getting proper striations now in his quads. Yeah, very fantastic pose, a fantastic presentation. Watch a little bit of this. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Yeah, come on. See, is he holding his poses? Yeah, he's not. There's still improvements he can make to his posing. Sorry, Samson. He needs to hold them. Take a leaf out of Rami's book and hold your poses. If they've never seen your physique before, show them what you've got, mate. Show them what you got. Yeah, a little bit more back and chest. Back and chest, and he's beautiful, magnifique. Look at that. The legs are fantastic now. Yeah. Tell you what, another year or two working with Milos. I see good things ahead. Here he is on the 2 days after the show when he's off on the camels. Yeah. This is with his lady. Life is all about living and never missing the opportunity to try new things. As I said before, I will never stop being grateful for the life I am truly lucky to have and the absolutely amazing people I get to share it with today. Today, I got to see the pyramids of Giza for the first time, and yes, I rode a camel. Oh my God, that poor camel. If he's weighing 280, look at that. Oh wow, you're having fun there. That's a very fancy coat it's wearing. What's he wearing on his head? Not Samson the camel. Oh shit, I stopped it there. Hang on, is that a horse pulling a camel? I don't... Oh, his lady who's filming it. Hang on, where's... Okay.
Oh my god, that looks so...
Is he being pulled? Hang on, there's a horse pulling a cart pulling a camel. I don't get that. Look at all the tour buses. My God. Tell you what, those pyramids, pull the people in. Do you think they were built by aliens?
No.
Can you believe how many documentaries there are about the pyramids could not have been built by humans? They had to be built by, the technology and the construction abilities they had. It had to be built by aliens. So why not drop a comment? Tell us what you think. Yep, there he is. That's cool. That's great. The thing is, that's one of the great things about doing, like even when I've been working in the media, traveling to countries I never would have gone to potentially, and all over Europe and all over the world. You go to countries and you get to see this kind of thing, So that's kind of one of the good things about being, for me in the media and for these guys as pros, they get to travel the world and experience all these wonderful things, So it's good that they're actually getting out and, wow, the Sphinx, incredible, isn't it? Do you think it looks like Michael Jackson? No? Okay. Must have been a meme. As a meme I saw. Sorry, just digressing a bit there. Yay, that's cool. Do you remember, it reminds me of Optimus Prime. No, the Transformers 2. When they climb, is that the pyramid they climb? Probably a CGI one, in fairness. They probably let them film on it. But fantastic. Okay, then it looks like you had a lot of fun there in Egypt. And there you go. I sent, hang on, where is it? I think I put a comment on here saying your quads, that was the best. Oh, no, I can't find it. The best I've seen his quads. Where is it? That's the winner right there. How do you know? You haven't seen him on stage yet. Oh, well, it's good to have supportive fans. That's what I say. Right, okay. So anyway, I just wanted to show those pictures because I just think Samson looks absolutely incredible in them. And it really tells me, how he looked compared to the Yamamoto Pro and also the Arnold UK. So, okay, let's go to Milos. Oh, shit, better pick up the pace. Do I have nothing I want to see on here? I think we've kind of seen everything from Milos because it's been shown in the other Instagram accounts we've been bringing up. So there you go. We'll leave that. It's kind of a repeat of everything. So why did I bring this one? Oh, Big Ramy. I saw Mr. Olympia. I thought it was the Olympia Instagram. But Big Ramy actually guest posed at the KO Pro, which you kind of expect, really. I mean, I'd be pretty bummed if he turned up and over a couple of weeks after the Olympia didn't guest pose. Because I think Ramy's he did a guest posing at Chad Nichols' show, the pink one, for breast cancer. They were raising money. He guest posed there, obviously, because, Chad Nichols prepped him, and it's Chad Nichols' show. Chad Nichols and his wife. How many? Was it 4 Olympias that Kim Chesevsky won? You're looking very blankly at me. You don't know? Okay. Yeah. So let's have a look. Do you know what? Do you know one thing I noticed?
No.
His quads there are more separated than they were at the Olympia. That actually happens, when you get ready for a show as a bodybuilder. After the show, if you haven't maybe trained for a couple of weeks and you don't train your quads, they get more separated. I remember Milos years ago did one of the Grand Prix tours and he showed his legs at the end of the tour. It was like weeks and weeks he hadn't trained his legs for. And the separations between the quads, all this bit here, they were super deep. Now, this is what Ramy was always criticised for. But look there. I mean, his legs look... Tell you what, he's stayed in good nick. Fair play, isn't... I mean... You probably have to eat a lot of food to blow up, but because he's already what was he, 290? He's close to 300 pounds there. But I don't think he's that much. He doesn't look that far over, does he? I mean, fair play. Is he wearing trainers? He's wearing shoes on stage. It's like, fuck it, I've won the Olympia. I can do what I want. 2-time Mr. Olympia in your home country. If you want to wear trainers, mate, and you want to wear your sneakers, you go for it, Ramy. Yeah, it's like quads are ridiculous, aren't they? My God. So, yeah, but I can only imagine how wild the crowd went when Ramy, who's probably been elevated to an almost godlike status. It's like me when I go back to Wales. I actually get run out by the farmers, farmers, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to, yeah, with burning pitchforks, yeah. Not burning pitchforks, are they? Why would a pitchfork burn? So, okay. Saying, stay away from my daughters. No, that's West Country. So, Anyway, I'm digressing. Let's go back to Ramy. That's all I wanted to show, really. Just the pictures, really. Just those pictures of him guest posing. Is he on his underwear? Hang on. Yes, Calvin Klein's. So he's obviously looking for a sponsorship from Calvin Klein. So I want to quickly go to Islam Kortaj, I believe. Kortam. There he is. There's the man. I always like to see new promoters like this with passion. I mean, I don't know anything about this guy. Maybe you have to get him on the show, because I tell you what, that was a big event he put on, and he really pulled something special together there. And that's a really good addition to the Pro League calendar. And also for the amateurs, it gives all the amateurs opportunity in that country. Like Mokhamed Elemam said earlier in this episode, he said, a lot of these don't get an opportunity to compete elsewhere or get visas to compete in other countries. So he's given those pros, those amateurs, those new pros opportunities to not just compete and get pro cards, but also compete against the Americans, from all around the world, and not just compete in their own country. So yeah, it's a very, very big deal what he's done there. So that's a real valuable contribution, and I hope he continues to get the support that, look at that beautiful stage. Look at that, all the Arabic, or is that hieroglyphics?
Hieroglyphics.
Okay. I've not got my glasses on today. That's my excuse. I don't wear glasses. Okay, I've just completely thrown myself under the bus there. Right, okay. Yes, so there he is. Oh, wow. See, I tell you what, let's just take in that picture, right? You got the promoter. He's right in front of the pyramids. He's got 2-time Mr. Olympia, an Egyptian, god of Egyptian bodybuilding in Egypt. Big Ramy. He's got the Egyptian flag, and he's got 2 Sandows. I mean, just drop the mic, guys. I mean, I tell you what, look at the pride in his face. Look at that. Take your shades off. He's probably crying. He's probably crying with happiness. I would be. I'm just trying to think of an equivalent. Me with Dorian in front of Big Ben, with his 6 Sandows, drinking a cup of tea. Proud. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Wow. Tell you what, Egyptian bodybuilding has gone through the stratosphere in the past year. I mean, with the Hassan Mustafa and Ahmed Wadani and Shaban and, Mokhamed, Big Ramy. It's just absolutely phenomenal what has come out of that country in the last couple of years. I mean, it's just, Egyptian bodybuilding is like kind of how Kuwait, with the Camel Crew and the oxygen gyms, what Bader and Badai and his team and Coach Abdullah, Ahmed Askar have created in that area of the world. So these are real kind of pioneers, and they're really pushing the industry forward. And I'm just glad we've got people like this in the industry, to be honest. So yeah, I have to get him on because I want to give this guy some respect, really, because I think it's absolutely incredible what he's done. And so fantastic job, Islam. And fantastic. And keep up the good work, mate. Keep up the good work. Right, okay, then the next show in 2 weeks' time. Actually, it's Prague next weekend, but I'll bring up Prague for next episode. Is Romania Muscle Fest Pro. I'm just gonna go to the live stream, because I believe some cool couple kind of doing the live stream commentary. I don't want to give away secrets, but I believe the rumor is that. Yes, basically me and Lauren doing live stream commentary like we did in Alicante for the NPC European Pro. So check out the live stream, $39.95. I tell you what, I interviewed Alina Popa recently on another the hype show for the NPC News Online, and she said it's actually like a TV company that does the live stream. And if you didn't watch the live stream last year, check it out, because it is of the standard that they had at the Olympia. It's that high. So yeah, absolutely amazing. So go to, where do we go to? Where do we head to? wingsofstrength.net, and you'll get all the details for the live stream, and you can hear my wonderful voice for 2 days straight. Yay. I want a refund. Right, okay, so that was really all I wanted to mention on there, but the Romania Muscle Fest, what an event, and I'm so excited to be going to Bucharest and just to see Jake and Tim Gardner and all the great people, and Billy Garner, the MC, and yeah, I was crying last year watching it because I just wanted to be there. But obviously with COVID and all that nonsense, it was not possible. So, okay then, Joel Thomas, who we had on at 15 weeks out from the Toronto Pro. Very hard guy to pin down. We got him on. He was, what was he, 6th or 7th at the Tampa this year. I'm sure it was 7th. Or was it 7th? He moved up to 6th. Can't remember. But yeah, he's now 5 weeks out. So you'll see my comment on here now. They are 5 weeks till Hulk smash time. That's me. And I said, feels like only yesterday you said I'm 15 weeks out from the Toronto Pro. And he said, Giles Tiger, well, time is flying for one of us. Haha. So yeah, but he looks good. Looks really good. I love this guy's physique. Lauren, can you believe this guy ripped his pec last year?
Yes.
Why?
Because he's huge.
No, he ripped his pec.
Oh.
Listen, woman. She's got Lauren's got a cold, so she's gone a bit deaf, more deaf. She's probably not even hear me dissing her right now, actually. So I could probably say loads of stuff and she wouldn't hear. Oh no, you watch it back, don't you? Oh shit. Right, okay. Do you know what? I love Joel Thomas's. To me, he looks like a superhero. That's how I think superheroes should look. Do you mean he's probably a bit short for Batman?
Hulk.
Hulk? Probably a bit short for Hulk. Well, you know, I think he's 5'8". He could be Winter Soldier. Yeah, he'd be a good Winter Soldier. He just looks. Well, he looks more like a bad guy.
Thanos.
Do you think he'd be a bad guy or like a Captain America type?
Like
Thanos. He's not. But he's quite purple. When he holds the pose, he goes purple.
Yeah.
So I love the density in there. It's just, and his calves. He's awesome. Look at his calves here. Oh my God! Look at these. Look at that. They are just boink. I mean, I'm trying to think whose calves they remind me of. Flex Lewis, Dorian Yates. It's just, I love that thick Branch Warren type level. You know this guy trains really heavy and hard. Prepped by AJ Sims as well. So I'm hoping, I've got big hopes for Joel at the Toronto Pro. I've really been watching this guy for the last couple of years. He was a little bit downsized here. So I expect him to be bigger and harder than this this was before the Tampa Pro, and he had a lot more of a streamlined, it looked actually quite aesthetic, it looked quite a nice look, and he did very well. So I expect to see a fuller, kind of just gnarlier, denser, grainier look for the Toronto Pro. I'd love to see him make top 3. Oh my God, look at those calves. Look at that. Oh, they look like mine. In my dreams.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Very symmetrical.
Symmetrical. Well, that one's like that one.
Yeah.
Even got matching vein. Look.
Yeah.
Look at that. I tell you what, why isn't he using the full stack with calves like that? I'm very disappointed. I could probably do that much at the top. Well, I'm taking the arrow very rude places now. Yes, look at that. Look at that. He's just a monster, isn't he? I'd be wearing shorts in -20 with calves like that. I really, really would. So, right, okay, then we're going to have to really pick up the pace now and wrap up. Juliana Marcan has 13, 14, 15. No. 13, 14, 15, 16. No. 14, 15, 16, 17. Might have been 13. No. First one was DLB in 2012, 2013. Anyway, she's won shitloads of Olympias. AR, 4-time physique. Thank gosh, just read a bloody bio, really. 4-time, in my opinion, the greatest example of women's physique ever. The greatest women's physique Olympia of all time. Well, it's been going like 10 years, not even 10 years. But yeah, so she's obviously moved on. She retired in 2017 and she just had a baby. Yay. So congratulations. I would like to introduce our daughter, Allegra Teresa. That's a nice name. She was born on October 27th. We are very much in love. And then it's all in Spanish, which is the same text I've just read. But yeah, so yes. Oh. Yeah, don't get any ideas. Yeah, so they've just had little Junior. Yeah, so yeah, I just want to acknowledge that because I mean we love Juliana. She's the queen of women's physique for me. She's a pioneer. She kind of helped really popularize the as did DLB, you know. So I mean she was the first women's physique Olympia. But for me, Juliana's just next level. Look at that. Look at that. I mean that is the level of muscularity, basically that when they created the division, that is pretty much what the Pro League and the NPC had in mind. That's basically what they were looking for and what they want from their Olympia champions. That's the perfect example of women's physique. Like, give me someone that's a perfect example. Flex Lewis, 212. Derek Lunsford, 212. Give me a perfect example of a criteria. Sydney Gillen, figure. Give me one, quick. Andrea Shaw, female body. Oh, God, yeah. Perfect example of what they want from, basically from their Olympia champions, the best in the world. So, yeah, so congratulations, Juliana. Very happy for you and your, I don't know the name of your husband, sorry. Fiance, whatever. Living in sin, I don't know. So, yeah, so fantastic. So now you're now a mom, and hope everything goes well and you get some sleep. So, because I've heard with babies, they're like my cats. They wake you up all times of the night. Do you think babies will be worse than cats? Really?
A little bit, come on.
Well, I usually it's quite a lot for me to nudge you and say, go deal with the cat, darling. You know, or I pretend to be asleep when I'm not. The cat's been screaming or scratching for an hour. And then you just go and do, there's nothing on that one. Oh, okay then. And our final one is Ahmed Ashkanani. Now, Lauren, I like to think I've got a pretty beady eye on these kinds of things, but I'm going to ask you a question now.
Okay.
Is that photoshopped?
Oh my god, I hope so.
What do you mean you hope so?
Yes.
I don't think he'll make 212 anymore. I think he'd struggle. I think he'd struggle to make 512.
I think he looks a little blown out.
Do you think he is? Do you think he's... I don't know, what has he been doing since Olympia? This is the greatest photo of all time. That's very... Derek Lunsford, laughing faces. Shaban, lots of laughing faces. Tell you what. Yeah, do you think bodybuilding ever end up like that then at the Olympia? Or? Okay. Right, okay, we've got to go because, we're filming it in a bit of a funny order this week, but we're going to get to our next guest. But I just wanted to see what you thought, because to me, I think that is photoshopped.
Well, duh.
What do you mean, duh?
Of course it is.
How do you know that's photoshopped?
That's way too much.
Okay. Right, okay then, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this KO Squad Pro review. Previews before, reviews after. I've got to remember that. I'm going to write that on a what they called those prompters. Anyway, so, and also do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so every time MD Glove Muscle comes out on MD Instagram, YouTube, you get a notification. So I didn't even know about notification. Do you know what? I've never actually put a notification on anything. I've never used it. But I've heard that you get to know a bit sooner. Don't you get a notification anyway, though?
It pops up on your phone.
Oh, that's why. That's good.
And then it's like, MD has just posted a video on YouTube.
I didn't know that. Isn't that clever?
And then
So is this a new thing?
No, it's been around for a few years.
Oh, no. Right, okay then. Well, don't forget, now we do obviously we appreciate the views, but we also appreciate the likes because we're thirsty for likes and begging it. What? And subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe because I think we're up to a decent number, but we've got to get it up because we want to, we've got to get this. We go to a lot of lengths to produce this content, so we really. What are you doing? Oh, blowing your nose. So we like to get the word out. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit notifications. And there was something else, wasn't there? Nothing else. No, that's it. Okay. Right, okay. We will be back next week because normally when we hit 20 episodes, we take a week off. But we will be back next week with more MD Global Muscle. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And ladies and gentlemen, we are out. Hey guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe and hit all the notifications so you're the first to get MD Global Muscle and all the exclusive content on muscular development. And we are in.